Welcome into the show. I'm Dennis. That's Vanessa. Welcome to courtesy of Back Nine Prods, Doghouse. Rough motherfuckers. Rough.
It's a little rough.
Arf.
Yeah.
Ow. Rampage style. No MMA. No. Remember Rampage action? Black guy with the chains. He busted.
Vaguely.
Remember when Vanderlei Silva back in Pride busted him and threw him through the ropes?
No.
Doesn't ring a bell?
Don't ring a bell.
I love you so much.
I know you watched that religiously, but not me.
I'm an MMA guy.
I know you.
I like that old shit.
I remember you watching Pride.
I'll watch some of the new stuff if I can.
UFC.
If I don't have to pay for it.
Yep.
We're back for you. Live in effect. What's up?
Yeah.
Come back from a couple of trips, huh? We went to Corpus?
Yesterday we got back from Corpus Christi. The few days prior to that, we got back from Bolivar, Crystal Beach for 4th of July.
Let's talk about that.
And then prior to that, we
can just hold on.
Prior to that, we spent a week in Colorado, and we drove. So it was a pretty longest drive we've ever taken, and it was
16 hours.
It was a good experience. It was tiring but good. 16 hours at least. Yeah.
Yeah, luckily we had a third driver and our son was able to help us, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, we pulled one of those where we're not stopping to spend the night anywhere. We're going to drive through the night. That was on our way to Colorado. We left it Friday at 8 p.m.
This might explode.
And that was a long one that night.
Well, just to drive through Texas.
Yep. It took us a whole night to get through Texas. Almost 12 hours.
Anyway, we're back, seeing what's up.
Yep.
Second sessions. Mm-hmm. Back for round 2. We're not going anywhere. We hit double digit on subscribers. One of my oldest pals of 30 years finally was able to hit the subscribe button. So we want to give a shout out to Derek Ludicky. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, pal. Now just watch the videos.
Yeah, now he'll get around to it, honey. He's got a lot of honey-do lists. I got a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
He's busy man, okay? The last thing he's concerned about is our little podcast, okay? So cut him some slack, woman.
Okay.
This guy has been there for me. I broke my leg. He came and visited when nobody else did. Little respect on his name, okay? Shout out to his wife, beautiful wife.
Julie.
She's got a new show. Check it out. She's doing some kind of a chef cooking show or something.
Yeah, I haven't talked to them for a while. We need to hang out.
We do.
We need to get updates from everybody.
We need to get updates.
So, we're looking forward to that. And it's July, and so I just had a birthday.
Happy birthday, honey.
Yeah, and also Derek's birthday is in July. And
yeah.
Last year we all hung out. We had a quadruple July birthday get together. That was pretty fun. And so hopefully we can do that again this year.
We don't have many friends.
Yeah. So but yeah, that was a lot of fun. And because we need to hang out more.
Yeah, and one of my best friends, Heath, they were kind enough to let us stay over at their beach house in Bolivar for 4th of July.
4th of July.
That was fun.
Crystal Beach. All right.
We went to Colorado too, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about a little Pagosa Springs?
Yeah.
Carlene and Brian were our hosts on a B&B or something.
Airbnb.
That was really nice. We like to do the hiking thing and tubing. We were able to do both of those on this trip. So we went to, stayed in Pagosa, saw a bear on
their property,
which was cool.
We were on the balcony and I was cooking dinner and all of a sudden.
Yes, you was.
Dennis said, come out here. And I went out there and there's a bear just cruising by, just slow walking, young bear. It was just by himself. But yeah, it was just kind of slowly walking by. And
I went out there to check it out and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was it was neat. Yeah. First time seeing a bear in the wild.
Dude, we saw a bunch of mule deer, wild turkeys.
Coyotes.
We saw a coyote mess with a couple of horses.
Yeah, it was stalking the horses.
get video of that, or
I got some video, yeah,
you got
from the
bear
cell
video?
phone.
We'll have
I
to
got
throw
I
that
got the
on
bear
there.
video. Yeah, we'll have to put together a little compilation.
Do you
of
like
our
the
trip.
same side thing, or you prefer me over there?
I kind of do because I like to be able
You're
to
turning your neck hurts,
yeah.
honey.
I'm talking to you, and I feel like I can't really. It's easier for if you're across the table, and I feel like the audience can't really see us.
Your neck hurts.
See us, front and center.
I don't want to see us, honey.
Sure they do.
Anyway, we hit 10 subscribers, multi-digits.
Woo!
Been together, what? Doing this for 2-3
Now,
months.
granted, we haven't exactly promoted any of this yet.
God, can you learn how to promote?
Yeah, can you?
No. I need 2-minute clips on all of the major.
Social medias, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll get to it in the middle of our.
Can we talk about some of the shows that we've done to catch up with our viewers who are listening in now?
Let's summarize.
You want to summarize?
Okay,
Let's
summarize. Go. Okay, my favorite is Laughing at the Gringos. I think it's just got some good subject matter that really, it just takes us back to history. Takes us back in our history and remembers old times and old ways that I guess our grandmothers did it and cooked and stuff like that. And so that's always fun to go back and remember and laugh about some of the crazy things that they did and customs they followed for healing.
Mexican.
Yeah, Mexican.
Hispanic.
Yeah.
Chicano.
I'm 100% Hispanic, by the way, in case y'all didn't know.
That ain't a gringo. That's a Mexican.
That's exactly right. Yes.
That's a chica.
And I did grow up in a very, very Hispanic cultural grandparents' homes. I think as the generations go on, we lose some of that culture because I think back then when our grandparents were coming up, they were discriminated a lot against, and so in order to protect their families and kids, they had to kind of back down on some of their cultural heritage in order so that they wouldn't be discriminated against like they were. And so we lost some of that we lost some of that along the generations. But yeah, that was a real good one for me. And another one that I liked was the Chick-fil-A mom call because it's totally random. We're doing a show and Dennis's mother calls to find out some instructions on how to download a Chick-fil-A app. It's cute. Well, what about yours?
The Gringos video, that's our featured video on Back Nine Prods via YouTube. Check us out. I like it. It talks about our heritage. It talks about an old Mexican restaurant, Mexicatessen that we used to dig that closed down. We go into like some kind of like menudo story. Initially we're speaking Spanish. ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah.
Bienvenidos to our Latin community. We're big fans. ¿Cómo estás? Mi familia. It's importante for us to, pass on Espanol. That's what we're trying to do.
Or learn it.
Or learn it the proper way. Mucho gusto. We love Mexican food. Anyway, so it talks about our heritage. We try to speak Spanish. No, in no way are we laughing at Mexicans. The whole laughing at the gringos is just basically like a laughing at us trying to learn Spanish.
Because we are Hispanic.
Because we are gringos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the gringos, but we're trying to learn Spanish.
Even though we are already Hispanic.
Yeah. I'm Spanish, right?
Okay, whatever. Let's just move on.
From Spain.
Okay, and which other one?
I think that the first 80s video, I think the second 80s, which you titled it, what, 70s?
Yeah.
It only had like 7 hits, but I think that's a pretty good one. You might have to retitle that one 80s, and maybe I get 10 views. I don't know, if we're lucky. I thought that was pretty good. Some good stuff in there. And a few of the other ones are hit and miss. Let's see.
Yeah.
Our first ever episode, I think, is important for us because we finally put ourselves out there. We did Big Ballin'. Big Ballin' was, I thought, edited, probably our best edit. We're not big edits. Everything is unedited here. But Vanessa was kind enough to do some editing on Big Ballin' with me and Drew, my son, playing some hoops and me kind of showing him up, some of my moves and shit. Don't make me get on the court again.
Just trying to consider our audience.
Guys, if you marry, she better be ride or die. You can put up with all her shit, even if they can cook good and they're good in the sack. Still got to put up with a bunch of crap, like their controlling nature. You have to have a sense of humor. But anyway, just pick a good one like I did, and then you'll be lucky, sort of. I love you. Just joking. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure I'm
Gonna pay for that later.
I'm sure I'm a blast to be with.
Yeah.
But I like that one. Let's see. The 80s ones I thought were good. Freaks and Geeks was pretty good, I thought. But, you have to learn Freaks and Geeks. You have to know that.
Yeah,
They're like,
there's
what the fuck is that?
and that's the thing. That's the thing. They're Freaks and Geeks. There's a really small niche of people that really know that show. I mean, you have to really kind of be a cult classic person to know the meaning and just the depth of that show. When it was aired, it really wasn't promoted that well through the station or what.
And we're going to get better at, and we didn't probably do it any kind of justice either.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we really didn't. I mean, all of these are probably going to be not that good, but they're good enough at this time.
They're all unedited
to put
too.
out.
We're not really editing videos right now. So, we will probably in the future, but back.
The Eminem Tribe with Heath, I thought
Yeah.
was good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The mics weren't up to par like how I want them to be, but I felt like that was a pretty good show. I had my parents on for a couple of different episodes. I thought that was pretty good. You're not going to like it, though, because I can't get younger people to watch that because they're like old people. They just know. But if you go into it and kind of listen to it, and I know it's tough, and this is where we're going to have to edit and come back on certain things. But I thought they turned out pretty good, and for me, it was it's going to go down as one of my favorite shows because of what it means to me, bringing my folks in and doing this. Mm-hmm. Who else have we had on?
I think that's it for right now, up till now. We're gonna get our kids to come on here and do a couple of interviews. We'll see how that turns out.
Maybe we should do a call. You want to call Eludes?
Right now?
Yeah.
Should we take a quick pause and then do it, or just go straight into it?
Does that mic work?
I don't know.
I say
we can just put them on speaker.
Yeah.
Just like before.
I know, but is he going to be able to hear it?
Oh, stand by.
Let's see if we can do this.
He's probably somewhere out with his family. You're just going to be like, "Hey, you're on the mic." Turn it up.
Can I put a mic on it?
Yeah, just put it next to yours. Can see what it sounds like.
He doesn't answer. The guy finally hit the subscribe button after 3 months. One of my bestest friends.
Hey, this is Derek. Sorry I missed you. If you could leave me name and number, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.
At the tone,
Okay.
please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, pal, it's Dennis Cook. I'm just saying hi. Hadn't talked to you in a while. Just seeing what you were doing and hope everything is okay. Whenever you get a moment of some time and your convenience, you give me a call back, please, and we'll converse for a few minutes. Thanks, sir. Bye.
That was a very, very lovely message.
You like that?
Yeah.
Is that how I normally do it? Hey, fuckface!
No.
Oh, yeah, that's how I do it.
Is that how you normally leave a message?
Yeah, hey, shithead!
No wonder he doesn't answer the
Birth
phone.
defect! He probably like, oh, God, this motherfucker.
You should hear some of his messages.
Dude, every goddamn video or text he sends me is some kind of gay shit or porn or some shit.
That's true.
Yeah. Because I told him get a fucking hobby here. He texts me back. Let's see what he says. These fucks. You try to have good friends. Call you right back. Leaving in-laws shortly. Should I say not needed? Don't bother. How about don't bother?
No,
Is that rude?
that's rude. It's
Am I real
very
sensitive?
ugly.
Am I a sensitive
Yeah,
guy?
I'm a woman though. I mean, to me, that's insensitive if I were to, receive that message.
How about just nah? Nah.
I like nah.
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 How did we spell
Okay.
nah?
N-A-H-H.
No, we did
Or,
what? Two
like,
A's,
drawn out
two
N-A-A.
A's, and then 3 H's. 2 A's, 3
I
H's.
thought five. I just said 5 H's.
4 H's. 2 A's, 4 H's. Nah.
It's great. Okay.
Anyways, one of my oldest pals.
Yeah. How long have you known him?
6th grade, he came from the slums of Black Elementary, the public school, to our Christian hood of our
To
Savior.
your silver spoon.
My silver spoon up my butthole. Shut it.
So lovely.
Anyway,
Okay, so yeah.
known this clown for a long time.
Yeah.
We'll eventually get him on the show. He wants to bring his wife on the show too.
And I want to.
I mean, maybe eventually, but I need a little one-on-one with just me and him.
I agree.
I need a producer. Well, we have to.
Oh, look.
You produce Heath's, me and Heath's, and.
Well, you actually set up the. You started the recording.
You should have double-checked that shit.
No,
Hey.
you were in the red
Hey,
zone.
don't at me.
Hey, we're not arguing about this now, so you better move on.
I love you.
I know you do.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Mesa Verde?
Yeah, Mesa Verde was when we went to Colorado. It's a Mesa Verde National Park. Beautiful place. It's in the Four Corners area of the United States, and it's a preservation of the ancient Pueblo Indians and their dwellings, their cliff dwellings. They lived inside the cliffs, built adobe homes along the cliffside. And it's just amazing, beautiful place. I can't even describe on this how
Still standing. I mean,
it's still standing. Great. It's like over 700 years old. These dwellings are, and they've withstood the test of time. And they have also been protected, obviously. But yeah. I mean, it was just really cool to see that area, and go and hike along some of those mountains. Really, really good hike. I mean, excellent ups and downs, climbing on rock faces.
Yeah, my anxiety kicked in. Vanessa did one of her little Instagram where she's off on some edge or cliff or some shit, just sunning herself and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's enough.
Basically, it's like a peninsula like I was on a peninsula, and just drop offs on all three sides. And it was really cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, I can't take that shit.
I think Allie was having some
I
anxiety
say,
too.
get back to the trail.
Yeah.
But we did another trail, I think, the next day with the kids. And they've been on a few trails with us, but, they commented on, like, this was the best trail they had ever done. It was like a 2-mile.
Well, that was the trail.
Same one?
That was the trail. The day before, we went on to Treasure Falls, which was in Durango. It was near or close to Durango and Pagosa, between the two. And that was really cool because we actually were at a waterfall. And it was more woodsy than the...
Yeah, but the last trail that we were on is the type that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
And I even got tired at the end, too, a little dehydrated. So, and I wouldn't say we're rookie in doing hiking, but we're not like, veterans either, or real experienced.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful and hydrate out there, which we normally would, but it's pretty grueling for me a little bit towards the end, but we pushed through, and it was pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad we got to do that. Yeah,
that's the thing. You got to really make sure you're hydrated before the hike and during the hike.
So what's our next spot for hiking? Do you know?
I don't know. We have a lot of places we want to hit. We want to go to, I mean, unless do you have
Palo Durham or whatever?
Palo Duro, that's a state park in Texas, and it's up in the Panhandle. It's near Lubbock, and Amarillo. I think it's closer to Amarillo. But yeah, that's a state park, which it's kind of similar. It's kind of like Texas's desert area up north, and it's got a lot of, and also Caprock Canyons is a nice one. It's also a state park, but they're real close together. So yeah, those two we're going to have to hit at the same time. Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's a lot of hikes. There's a lot of parks that we've been looking at. I want to go to that White Sands National Park, which is kind of next to Ruidoso, New Mexico, and it's also near Carlsbad Cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my bucket list items is to hike up Guadalupe Peak, which is the tallest. It's called the Top of Texas, and it's the highest peak in Texas.
Was it featured in that movie that we saw with McConaughey?
Yeah.
What was the name of that?
Deep in the Heart.
Deep in the Heart. Go see it, guys.
Yeah.
I think it's just in theaters here, right?
Only
or
in Texas. Only a few theaters in Texas.
Deep in the Heart, McConaughey. It does the narration
narrating.
on it, and it's really cool. Very scenic and good views, and talks about Texas and their history and different parks and stuff we need to preserve. Mm-hmm. Look out for these animals, bro.
Yeah, it was really, really good, and it's just outstanding cinematography.
Shout out and go see it.
Yeah, but Guadalupe Peak is the opening scene of that movie, and it's just gorgeous, and so it's just a goal. But I heard it's really grueling too. I mean, you're talking about like a 5 or 6 hour hike at least. Some people, depending on your skill level. Mm-hmm. So that one will be have to train for that one.
You made the camp over too, huh?
Yeah. No, you don't have to.
5 or 6 round trip.
Yeah, like round trip, like 5 or 6 hours. I mean, the one we went on was like 2.5 hours, and we were like kind of tired at the end of it. Like, this is gonna be a double that.
Yeah.
I think the first part of the hike is like the most
fat asses.
Yeah, that one we may need trekking poles. You know, the poles that you dude, your knees are gonna kill you.
What are you, a pansy?
Yes, I am not a young spring chicken anymore. I may need help, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
You're my spring chicken.
So anyway, that's kind of one on my bucket list. But what else did you want to hit? Maybe Glacier National Park would be a good one. Yosemite.
Yellowstone.
They
shut that down, didn't they, or something?
I think Floods? Right now it is. Yeah, there were some roads that were washed out this year, a few weeks ago. And so, that's what happens in these natural areas. You know,
that light's pretty hot.
That light?
Isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe I just feel hot.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. We have a whole year to plan. We usually do one of those a year. Maybe we can do a little bit more this year.
And we did some tubing too. That was fun. I love to do that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to tell about the tubing thing?
I'll let you tell it.
No, you go.
No, I've talked a lot.
I know, you want to shut up. Anyway, you're the best.
Tubing?
We meet the tubing expert guide girl. God bless her little heart. And she talks about bears and shit and what to do if you see them. And I guess that'd be more on hiking, though, not tubing. Anyway, so she's talking about something, and I guess there's like a cutoff or a cut out point or something where you're supposed to get off.
Yeah, pickup point. Because
we go through like riverboat gambler adventures or whatever they're called, right? You don't have to say the real name. And we're halfway listening and we're not. And she basically just gives us some tubes and say, just get in over there. So we're like, because I thought she was going to go with us. Because originally there was going to be a rafting trip, and then the waters were low or some shit, and they had to turn it into tubing. Mm-hmm. So we're like, whatever, that's cool. It was a lot cheaper. And I like to tube just as much as I like to do the rafting. Mm-hmm. So we went tubing, and it was phenomenal. Waters were great. Water was so cool. Moving.
Not crowded.
Not that crowded. Rapids were good. Anyway, I guess halfway through, we missed a cutoff, and then our happy asses are just floating down this motherfucker. Where is it? What's it called? San Juan River?
Yeah.
San Juan River. Badass. And then we're like, nobody's around anymore. So like Vanessa's like, maybe we should stop here. There's like some kind of old police station or something by there. We get out. She gets out. We're like, luckily there's some kind of like a map, you are here map and shit. And like, it shows like there's one more cutoff point.
One more pickup point. Like a park.
Like right next to us coming up and shit. We were going to miss. And so luckily we got off, and they were all freaking out. Search parties are called.
Yeah, and almost called.
And just freaking the fuck out. And come to find out, if we didn't get off there, it's like another 6 to 8 hour journey, and
Down
there
the
is no
river.
get off, and there's a big fucking waterfall where we could have died.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were just so lucky to know enough to get off right there and check to see where we are.
No cell phones on us.
You know, it's not a small town, you know, so when you're going through these rivers and stuff, you have to really be cognizant of, okay, you know, we're getting to the end of this. There's not very many people around. The only people around are a couple of kayakers, no tubers at all. No families along the side of the stream or the river or anything like there were prior. And you have to really, really trust your gut instincts on, okay, something's not right. And, you know, and luckily there was a nice kayaker lady who I had been speaking with along the trip. She's saying, oh yeah, Yamaguchi Park is just right here, just right around there. And she helped us. And we didn't have our cell phones with us. You know, we were trying to protect our cell phones and not bring them. And so we didn't have any way to call anybody if we did happen to pass Yamaguchi Park, which was the last park of that area in that town. So it would have been a total complete disaster.
But luckily, we got out in time. Was able to talk to the old lady who gave us her phone. We called the place. They were relieved. They were about to call the search party on our ass.
Yeah.
We would have made the news, and not in a good way.
Jeez.
But thanks to the big guy in the sky who helped us. And it was a great experience. We went like 2 miles down the river, and it was fucking badass.
Drew, okay, so Dennis and Drew are always saying, let's keep going, let's keep going. They're in the moment. They want to have fun. They want to keep going and tubing. And, you know, you really have to stop yourself and consider everything before you just want to keep having fun. Because we could have gone as many times as we wanted to down the river. There would have been a pick up and drop off. But, you know, you have to really make sure to know where you are. And it wasn't really explained to us that well by the lady, by our adventure person.
Yeah.
On where to pick up. She was kind of, I think, a party girl.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, she kind of was. Yeah. Anyway, we all could have been a little bit better.
Are we going to talk about the dispensaries? You want to save it for the next show?
Maybe we should.
We did go by one of the dispensaries.
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
I don't remember.
It's a pretty good one.
In Pagosa.
Bud
They're all over.
Bud Tender.
I
Peace
don't
out.
think it was called that.
Welcome to the second sessions, the second wave, the Doghouse, Dennis, Vanessa. Stay tuned. Okay? Peace. Later.
Adios.